a street late at night and suddenly you sense danger. What would you do? The need for self-defense is universal, and no one understood this better than the legendary Bruce Lee. More than just a martial artist and actor, Bruce Lee revolutionized how people think about personal safety and practical combat. His philosophy, Jeet Kune, wasn't just about flashy moves or rigid techniques, it was about adapting to real-world scenarios. Today we'll explore how Bruce Lee's self-defense legacy continues to inspire millions and how his teachings remain relevant in street safety. 1. The origins of Jeet Kune. Bruce Lee's journey toward creating Jeet Kune began with his dissatisfaction with traditional martial arts. While studying Wing Chun under Ip Man, Lee realized that many martial arts styles were overly rigid and impractical for real-life situations. His experience in street fights and his deep philosophical insights led him to develop a new way of thinking. Jeet Kune, or the way of the intercepting fist, wasn't about mastering a single style. Instead, it was about flexibility, efficiency, and practicality. Lee famously said, "Absorb what is useful, discard what is not, and add what is uniquely your own." This approach was revolutionary, encouraging martial artists to adapt techniques based on the situation rather than blindly following tradition. 2. Principles of Jeet Kune and self-defense. Jeet Kune wasn't just about combat, it was a mindset. Bruce Lee principles emphasized simplicity, directness, and freedom. These principles make Jeet Kune one of the most effective self-defense systems in the world. Efficiency over flash. Bruce Lee believed in techniques that worked. Fancy kicks or overly complex moves were useless if they couldn't be applied quickly and effectively. In a real fight, for example, Lee's straight lead punch was designed to be both fast and powerful, targeting the opponent's most vulnerable spots. Adaptability. One of Jeet Kune's core tenets is adapting to your opponent. In a street confrontation, no two situations are the same. Being rigid in your approach can lead to failure, but being adaptable allows you to respond to unpredictable threats. Awareness. Lee taught that self-defense starts with being aware of your surroundings. Whether it's noticing a suspicious person following you or identifying possible escape routes, situational awareness is key. Nong-TELEGRAPHIC movement. One of Lee's signature techniques was the ability to strike without warning. By minimizing unnecessary movements, he could deliver powerful attacks that were almost impossible to predict. 3. Bruce Lee focus on real-world safety. Bruce Lee's teachings weren't limited to martial artists. He believed in empowering everyday people to protect themselves. For Lee, self-defense wasn't about being aggressive, it was about survival. Escape first, fight last. Lee often emphasized that the primary goal of self-defense is to avoid conflict.